Alright, we are looking at figure 390, doing it on board. Since this object is round, we do not have to worry about centering it, but we do need to look at the arrowheads to figure out how big things are. The arrowhead here and here represents that the biggest circle is 5 3/8. The arrowhead here and here represents the inside circle is 3 7/8. The arrowhead here is representing that this circle here is 1 3/4. And then the arrowhead here is pointing at the small circle representing that it is 5/8 diameter. So that is where I'm going to get the measurements for all these drawings, and I'm going to be doing on the paper here in just a second. Alright, we said this piece is round, so the first thing we need to do is be able to center this piece. And if I put an X on my paper, from the corner of my drawing space to the corner of my drawing space, I don't need to draw the piece the entire way, but just a little bit right there in the middle, I will be able to find my center point to my circle. Those are the center points to all three of my circles. The first circle was 5 3/8 diameter. When I look at a diameter, I look at 5 3/8. I don't look at it as being a whole. I try to split this in half. We have to use a compass, and in order to use the compass, we have to put that to a radius. If we use our circle template, then this is the diameter template, and we could use it directly, but there's not a 5 3/8 diameter circle. There's only a 2 1/4 inch circle. So instead of looking at this as one whole number, trying to figure out what half of it is, what is half of 5? Half of 5 is 2 1/2. What is half of 3/8? You double the bottom number. It is 3/16. So you have 2 8/16 plus the 3/16 equals 2 11/16. I will set my ruler and compass to 2 11/16. There's 2 1/2. 8, 9, 10, 11/16. Says 2 11/16. I will put my pointer on the X on the circle. I kind of angle my compass over, and I draw the circle on my paper. That is the biggest circle that is on the page. The next circle is a 3 7/8 inch diameter circle. 3 7/8 is also too big for our circle template, so we need to split that in half for the radius to use our compass. Half of 3 is 1 1/2. Half of 7/8, if you double the bottom number, is 7/16. You have 1 8/16 plus 7/16 equals 1 15/16. Once again, we'll take our compass, put the pointer on the 0, go to 1 15/16, put my pointer down on the X, circle the piece on here, and now nextly my inside circle is 1 3/4. Now I can use my circle template because I have a diameter of 1 3/4 right here. I can put the center point down on top of this. There is my 1 3/4. Now I need to get my 4 outside circles here, 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 and here. In order to do that, I need center points for those circles. And if I make a crosshair of going through the center point here, that gives me the center point for my 4 circles. Those 4 circles are 5/8, and it is a 5/8 diameter. The green circle template is a diameter template, 5/8. So once again, I can place the 5/8 down where the center points are at. The last thing I really have to do is come back and erase out what I do not need. Anything around those outside edges. And what I would suggest at that point is darken the drawing up. So you do have to come back maybe and re-darken things up a little bit. I don't know if you would darken in the big circle there before you did everything, you wouldn't even have to do that one again. And that is figure 390 completed.